Hey guys, so this is going to be what Marie from And the Color Greens version of Monday Mixed Plate. This is going to be my sort of take on that. Because it's January. I've done one video so far in the entire month of January. I actually have a lot of stuff that I really want to talk about before the end of the month specifically. And I don't have time to do a separate video for each one of these topics. Plus, I think that's pretty annoying. I don't know, sometimes I like to do separate videos for things, but sometimes I can find myself pretty annoying, and I can only imagine how annoying I might have been the entire month of December where I did like 4 videos a week. Like, I think that was too much, and I did feel a little bit burnt out. And yeah, as you can tell, I am sick as a dog, or we're sort of getting over it now. I'm sort of like in the after effects of, you know, with like the coughing and the irritated throat and the ridiculously runny nose, and Oliver's sort of like in the same way. Gilbert is on the ends of his leg. Today is Sunday. Gilbert actually stayed home from work yesterday, and we all sort of like laid around and like watched TV, which is basically what we've been doing all week. I did end up having to work Thursday and Friday this week, just because this month has just been sort of like crazy. So I figured I would sort of do a really long, well, hopefully not really long. I don't want this to be like super long. And Oliver's touching the buttons on the back of my camera, so like hopefully he's not doing anything that's distorting the picture. But anyway, because I look like crap, like literal shit, I look terrible. My skin is awful. It's starting to make a turnaround, because when I get sick, I tend to not take care of myself. I don't take care of myself, and I let it get really bad this time. My skin broke out. The worst it's like broken out in such a really long time. And here's little Oliver. Say hi. There's little Oliver. It broke out like the worst that it has in a really long time. My skin is just like a complete disaster. And the last couple of nights I've been feeling well enough to sort of make an effort. So I've done like some face masks and washed my face and done some treatments and whatever. And it's starting to make a turn, but it still looks terrible. So instead of trying to, you know, put makeup on and, you know, make it look good when I know it's not going to, it's going to look like crap, I'm just going to do some face masks throughout this video. So before we get started, here's my little list of things that I want to talk about. It's pretty long. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. But it might be my only other one in January. I have no idea. So I'll talk about what's been sort of going on as we get into this video. But this company called Complex Beauty sent me a few products to try. They do mostly face masks, and I guess they've watched me in the past. I don't really know. They knew that I liked face masks, so they offered to send me a couple. And I looked through them. The ingredients are pretty good for the most part. They do have a lot of products that do contain phenoxyethanol. So I did actually ask to just be sent the ones that don't contain phenoxyethanol in them, but for the most part, they do have pretty good ingredients. So they have 3 products that don't contain phenoxyethanol. They've got the Baby Face Purity Mask, which I think is, so let me get this. This is a softening, blemish fighting, and hydrating mask that helps when you're having a pimple problem, which I thought was appropriate, but doesn't want to strip away your skin's natural oils. Activated charcoal draws out dirt and toxins. Aloe soothes and hydrates. Hyaluronic acid brightens, hydrates, and tightens. Rooibos, niacinamide. There's DMAE. What else we got here? Green tea, jojoba, pomegranate. So that's the baby face one. It doesn't have all the ingredients listed. I'm sorry. This is just how it is these days. Like, this is it. This is my life. But here's this one. And then there's a second one. So I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to do a second. They sent me their second mask that doesn't have phenoxyethanol in it, and I'm going to do this one second. So this one is the Thirst Quencher Hydra Mask. So this one is smooth application. Makeup application calls for smooth, moisturized skin. So say hello to your new skincare bestie. This Hydra Mask contains hydrating and skin smoothing ingredients like botanical hyaluronic acid, amino acids, blue tansy, organic oat, jojoba, and rosehip, which help to heal and hydrate the skin's inner layers. It says if you suffer from severe dry patches, leave this on for a few hours every couple days and your skin will thank you. So this has things like oat, blue tansy, hyaluronic acid, aloe, amino acid blend, horsetail, frankincense, wild geranium, organic dandelion, glycerin, rosehip seed, organic jojoba, and vitamin B5. So I was actually pretty glad that these two ended up being the ones that didn't have phenoxyethanol, because I was really excited about these two, especially today, because I can do the Purity one, and then I can do the Hydra Mask, and hopefully my skin, you know, takes a turn for the better. The third thing they sent me is their Pout Protector Vanilla Lip Mask. I think this one actually does have beeswax in it. Yeah, it's got beeswax in it. It also says Silk Protein Amino Acid Blend, but I'm not sure. They said that they said that the only non-vegan ingredient was beeswax. And I know that there are some like silk protein or silk amino acid things that can be plant-based. So I've sort of taken their word for it. I haven't done a ton of research and I haven't asked them again. But this is to repair, hydrate, and youth preserve. It's apparently apply desired amount to lips and outside lip line, AM and PM. Works best with exfoliated lips. So I think it's just like a lip soother or something. So I'm just, what I've done to my skin today is all I've done is used my Salif's Salt Scrub. I always use that when I'm having like a really bad breakout. Oliver wants to put this on the camera. And I've just been keeping my skin hydrated. I haven't put anything else on it. I haven't done any other skincare or anything like that. There's a pen. So what I'm going to do, please stop, sit. So what I'm going to do is put the Babyface Purity Mask on. So it says, apply an even layer to clean dry skin using a mask brush, avoiding lip and eye areas. Rinse after 15 to 20 minutes, suitable for all skin types. So I'm going to put this one on first, and then as this is like drying, or I don't know if it'll dry or not, but as it's sort of like working, we'll talk about a bunch of other things, and then we'll put the second mask on. And I can't see, my mirror is like off to the side. So January's been kind of like a difficult month for us, so I was planning on just taking a couple of week break for making videos or whatever. And then my husband's grandfather passed away the second week of January, so we flew out to Texas really quickly for the funeral. And he gets 5 days of bereavement leave. Oh, great. And I get 3. So we took off, he took off his entire 5 days of bereavement. I took my entire 3 days off, and it sort of worked out that we like came home on a weekend. So I offered to have us stay there for a decently long amount of time, because he never gets to see his family. I think it's kind of unfair that his family never comes to see us. And now that we have Oliver, it's like, it's harder to travel. And I think I have a problem with how little they come out to see us. They come out to see us when, you know, we got married, when he had his surgeries, and then they come out one other time as sort of like a vacation. But yeah, because I know that we're not going to be able to go back any other time this year. God forbid, hope none of his other family members die, but I told him if they do, like, we can't really afford it anymore. But anyway, so I said, well, let's just like make it a long trip and sort of like hang out there for a couple of extra days that we normally wouldn't. And it ends up being a really bad idea. So not only did we all get extremely sick, so there were people everywhere. Of course, that's how funerals are. Like, you know, people are all around. They want to hold the baby because he's like the cutest thing on earth, even though he's slightly obnoxious right now because all he wants to do is touch my camera. I know he is. He's like the cutest thing, and everybody wants to hold him. Everybody wants to touch him. Everybody wants to play with him. And he's never been sick before this, but someone gave him the flu. I don't know who in the 30 or so people who held him over the course of the last week. He got it from somebody. On the very end of the trip, like the Sunday that we were leaving, he started to get really sick. So he was like sick the whole time we were flying home. Then we took him to the pediatrician the next day, and she was like, oh yeah, he's got the flu. So then, of course, that means we both got it. I got it next, and then Gilbert got it. So we're sort of getting over it now. But we're still in the dregs of it, as you can tell. My voice sounds terrible. I look terrible. I feel terrible. I'm tired. My throat is irritated, and it's just like, it's just not been a fun time. But on top of that, it's never without sort of like family drama. And I didn't know if I was going to get into this or not. I have a real problem with people who don't mind their own business or who say things that are really inappropriate. So I'm not going to talk much about what happened, but if you feel the need to call anybody else's child an asshole, when their child clearly is not an asshole, like, he's a kid, just keep it to yourself. There's no reason for you to call my child names. I don't call your children names. And yeah, he's being slightly obnoxious right now, but he's not an asshole. My kid is so far from an asshole. He is not going to grow up to be an asshole because we're going to parent him in a way that he won't. You know, God forbid. Like, he just farted really loud. And the second thing is, I think people should stay out of other people's relationships. Like, unless there is some physical altercations or domestic violence stuff happening in your presence, like, stay out of it. Like, if I fight with my husband, again, it's not anybody else's business. Who cares who I'm fighting in front of my husband with? Maybe I didn't like the way that my husband talked to me. You know, there's a lot of cultural, sort of like social differences between how I was raised and how my husband was raised. You know, my husband is Mexican, and he sort of comes from this, like, he's Hispanic because he was born here. He comes from this, like, very traditional, like, Hispanic Mexican family where it's like the women do everything. You know, their only job is to take care of the husband and the kids and do all the chores and, like, everything. Like, everything falls on the woman's shoulders. And that's not how my husband and my relationship is. We struggle with that a lot because I think that he sort of expects that sometimes because that's how his mom raised them. And, like, that's what his mom does for their dad. And that's like all he knows. But that's not how I was raised at all, and that's definitely not how I want my marriage to be. And, you know, we struggle with that, and we fight about that a lot, where he sort of expects more than I'm willing to do, I guess. You know, I take care of a lot of things, but I'm not my husband's slave. Like, I don't do everything for him. You know, it's his responsibility as much as mine to take care of the house and take care of Oliver. And when he talks to me in a way that I find inappropriate, I'm going to let him know that minute. And whether or not that's in front of his family or it's in private, it doesn't matter. So if you have a problem with how somebody is talking to their spouse, or you don't like the way that they're talking to their spouse, or you think it's rude, or you think it's inappropriate, mind your own business. And that applies to everybody. Honestly, I think if there's not domestic violence stuff happening in front of you, mind your business. I don't know why he's crying. Maybe he feels my stress. But anyway, yeah, of course, every trip is not without family drama. And there was a little bit on my end, which I found completely inappropriate. And honestly, I told my husband we probably won't be going back to Texas anytime soon. And the next time we go, our trip is going to be much, much shorter because I'm not going to deal with that anymore. So, where are you going? I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about the next thing that I have on my list. So, sort of life update. We went to Texas and I dealt with family stuff. We all got sick. It's now like almost the end of the month and we're sort of like getting over it. And so yeah, life update. So I was going to talk about my travel skincare. So I was going to talk about what I brought with me on my trip. And if we end up going to IBE this week, we won't make a decision really until Tuesday because we'll be leaving early Wednesday morning. I won't make a decision until then. This is probably, with the exception of like one or two things, what I'm also going to be taking with me to IBE if we go. So I put everything, like we traveled through plane, and I put everything in this, which I think is probably bigger than a quart. I know they like sort of force you now to put everything in like in a quart size bag, and it's got to be like clear or whatever, but I've been putting things in like this size for the last couple of times I've traveled and it hasn't been an issue. Oh, and then I also forgot deodorant. I forgot to put my deodorant in here. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that I brought things that were sort of like multi-purpose that I could use in a couple of different ways. If I used makeup, if I didn't use makeup. I brought makeup, but I didn't end up using it, which I thought really, like at the very end, I was like, should I bring some makeup? And I brought like a very minimal amount of makeup, and then I didn't end up wearing any of it. So I brought basics. I brought things that I knew worked really well. But then let's sort of like take like a side note. I want to make like sort of an airplane rant. It's just gotten sort of ridiculous, like how scammy air travel has gotten. like it used to be, you buy your ticket, you can either check your bag, you can carry your bag on, it didn't cost you anything extra. Maybe if you checked it and it was like overweight, maybe that you used to still have to pay, but I never did. They will nickel and dime you now for every friggin' thing on airplane travel. What they've started to do now, since the last time we flew a couple times last year, and we didn't have this issue last year, but this year they've started this thing where it's like basic economy. So you can buy a ticket that seems like it's a reasonable price, but it's a basic economy ticket. So you're buying a cheap ticket, but then they also make you pay to carry on, they make you pay to check, they make you pay if you want to sit in a better seat. So it's like I want to know who travels without luggage. This whole friggin' basic economy thing where you're now even being charged to travel, to carry on, it's friggin' ridiculous. Like, who doesn't travel with luggage? And it should be illegal. Like, the amount of money that they charge you extra to carry on or charge bags. So we paid to carry on. We flew American Airlines to Texas, and we flew Frontier back for the first time, which that was ridiculous. But we flew American Airlines, and we were originally basic economy, and my husband has a problem sitting in like anywhere except the front of the airplane. So I'm like, okay, if you want to sit in the front, you can pay for like the extra seats to sit in the front, because I'm not paying extra to sit in the front. It's really no big deal. But then he also, it was also going to charge us to carry on our luggage. And I was like, what the hell? It's ridiculous now that we're being charged to carry on luggage. It goes like $25 for each piece of luggage to carry on. And it's like, planes haven't gotten any smaller. Like the travel bins or whatever are the same size as they've always been. Like, what? It's such a scam. And then Frontier, they charge you to carry on or to check bags. It's the same price. $40 for your first bag. So it's like $40 for your first bag, $45 for your second bag or something like that. So we ended up paying an extra $95 to check our stupid bags on the way home, which we would have had to do either way. So carry on or check, it was the same price. So really, air travel has just become like a huge scam. And it's like, I don't even want to travel anymore because it's just gotten so damn expensive. It's just, it costs you money to fly, it costs you money to rent a car, now it costs you money to check or carry on a bag, it costs you money to change seats. Not to mention, it costs like $5 to buy a bottle of water in the airport after they make you throw away your bottle at the freaking security service. Yeah, hi. Say hi. 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 He started saying hi. He won't say any other words, but he says hi. But anyway, that's my little airplane rant. Because honestly, we're going to be traveling at least 2 more times by plane this year. It's so annoying to me, and it's ridiculous. Hi. It should be illegal what airlines are doing. But, you know, of course, everybody nickel and dimes you for everything now. And it's just, it's absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, yes. Let's talk about the travel skincare I brought on. So I was able to carry this on without any issue. So this is all the stuff that I carried on and then checked later. So for my cleanser, the only cleanser I brought was the Mahalo Unveil, because I could use this on its own without makeup, or I could use it as the only cleanse if I did wear makeup. So now I'm going to have to multitask, do this while nursing, because my child is crazy. So yes, the only cleanser I brought was the Mahalo Unveil, because I can use this with or without makeup. I actually really like this without makeup because it leaves the skin like nicely exfoliated, and it's the only cleanse I need when I do wear makeup. And of course it's like this solid consistency, so you don't have to have, you know, you won't have an issue with, you can actually see the bottom, with, you know, like TSA or whatever. So that was the only cleanser that I brought, because I did bring makeup, but I didn't know if I was going to wear it, and I didn't want to bring like an oil cleanser or like a second cleanse. I knew that I could use this for both because it completely removes makeup without needing a second cleanse, and it works really well as the only cleanse, if that's what you do. So that's the only like cleanser thing I brought. So then serum wise, I brought my Uma Deeply Clarifying Blemish Spot Treatment. I could never be without this, especially right now. It's like I'm basically putting it all over my entire face to sort of help the issues that are going on. I brought a hyaluronic acid treatment that I'm sort of like testing out though this is sort of like irrelevant now because they've reformulated this specific one to be a little bit different, to be more moisturizing. Because that was sort of the issue I was finding with this, is that this is the Live Botanical Air Aloe and Green Tea Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I was finding that this wasn't as moisturizing as some other hyaluronic acid serums I've tried. This is the most affordable option, or at least it was. It was $28. I think the next most affordable one is the Jordan Samuel one that was $29. This now comes in a pump bottle. It's in a different glass container. It's got a different molecular weight of hyaluronic acid, and it's now $30, so it's still affordable. And I did buy the new one because I wanted to compare the two, and I do like this, but it's not as moisturizing as some of the other ones that I've tried, like Osea or like the 12 Beauty. So I did bring this. I was using it morning and night. And then I also brought my Maya Chia, the Eye Achiever Multi-Correctional Eye Serum, using that morning and night. So I brought products that I could use morning and night for the most part. And then on top of that, I also brought the Ursa Major Brighten Up Vitamin C Serum with Edelweiss, Rosehip, and Aspen. So yeah, morning and night, as well as this. So I put the hyaluronic serum, the eye serum, let that set a little bit, and then put 2 pumps of this all over that on top without misting or anything. Works really, really well. The mists I brought were the Tammy Fender Bulgarian Rosewater. This and the Tammy Fender Epi Peel were actually this month's detox box. I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to subscribe to the detox box after they sent me last month's box, but I read a couple of reviews for this and it sounded really nice, so I actually went ahead and subscribed to the January box, and I actually really, really like it. So I'm actually going to do a separate review on these in a couple of minutes, but I did bring the Bulgarian Rosewater and then the Epi Peel as like the only mask that I brought, which I did end up using 3 times, and it saved my skin basically. I also brought the Josh Roseberg Hydrating Accelerator because I wanted to have like a moisturizing hydrating accelerator. And then the moisturizers I brought were the Naturalogic Balance Daily Moisturizer, which is like my favorite daytime moisturizer, and then the Naturalogic Omni Moisture Cream, which is like my favorite nighttime moisturizer. So I brought those, and then I brought the White and Elm Everyday SPF. Love that. Really affordable. What else did I bring? Oh, I also brought the Balance Clarifying Serum, which I add 3 to 4 drops of this in my daytime serum, or my daytime moisturizer, or my nighttime moisturizer, and I use this all the time. I love this. I also have a 1 ounce bottle. This is the 1/2 ounce, and I'm almost done with it. I think, as you can probably tell, it's like almost gone. I love this stuff. It works really great when I'm having a really bad breakout, especially right now. I'm like packing that stuff on. So if we want to talk about hair care, I brought the Rawa shampoo and conditioner. My shampoo, I think, somehow got water in it. The shower that I was using, I think it's still okay. It's just like watery now. And then the conditioner. I like these. I actually like the shampoo more than I like the conditioner. These were in the Detox Best of Green Beauty box of 2017, which I think is still available. If you're interested, the Josh Roseberg Hydrating Accelerator is also in that box. I do like these. The conditioner actually has sort of like a weird textural thing. It's kind of gritty to me. So I might buy this in the future. I don't know that I would buy this because it's like they got that weird gritty thing. And then the only other hair thing I brought was the Evolve Smart Start Leave-In Conditioner Protect. I love this stuff. And I always bring it with me when I travel. So that was my hair care. I tried to keep things pretty simple, pretty minimal, used things that were effective and worked really well, and hi. I also brought the Laneige Smooth Body Balm. I didn't end up using it because I also brought I got a sample of the Live Botanical Body Cream in one of the orders that I placed, and I did bring that as well, and I used that and finished it, but I've already thrown it in my empties bag, and I'm not going to bother. But I will bring this with me to LA if we go, and this will be the one that I use. So this will be, with the exception of, I think, this, I'll probably switch this out for the Okoko Cosmetiques Dragon's Blood Serum, because I like to use that. That's sort of like the heavy hitter when I have a really bad breakout. So I think everything else except for that, I'll switch this out for the Dragon's Blood. This will be my same skincare that I would take with me to LA. Again, if we go. So, and quickly before I get into the detox box review that I'm just going to do really quickly, since we're talking about travel skincare, I thought I would also let you guys know that Moon also now has their travel sizes available individually. Originally, and I think up until this point, they've only been available in like the travel set, which you can buy for $75. But now you can buy each product individually. So if you don't want to buy the whole set, and you only want maybe like Aknari or Anna Rose or Aqui or whatever, you don't want to buy all 5, but you want to buy just 1, 2, 3, or 4, you can now purchase these individually on the website. I think they vary in price from like $12 to, I want to say like 30 for Aknari, but I'm not totally sure. And I don't know shipping wise. I haven't been on the website to check like what free shipping is, or if they even have free shipping. But if you want to try just a couple of things in smaller sizes, they now have these available for individual purchase. And I thought about bringing this set with me to travel with just this, but it wasn't going to be. I would need a daytime moisturizer, and I'm still waiting for the Moon to get their own moisturizer out. I know that they're working on it. And the last time I talked to Moonemi, she was saying January for the new moisturizer, but I'm not sure if that's still like on track. But hopefully, because that would actually make this sort of like complete, because you have a cleanser, you've got a toner, you've got the oil, which you can mix in with your cream moisturizer, which I do. You've got a body serum, and then you've got the argan oil, which you can use, you know, on your body as well. You can use in your hair or whatever. So I think once they have the moisturizer done and like in the little travel size of that, this would make the perfect travel set completely, because you literally wouldn't need anything else, I don't think. And then you could just take, you know, this little thing plus your hair care and deodorant. I also did bring Ola deodorant, my Ola stick deodorant. But yeah, you would save so much room in this like little bag thing. But I did want to alert you guys to that is available now. They just started doing that. Uh-oh. My husband left the tissues over there. They just started doing that this last week, I think. So, and then you can also use my code MOONLOVES cruelty-free vegan beauty for 15% off every purchase at Moon as well. I'll leave that down below, as well as the link. Oh God. But yeah, so that is available now. So then we'll talk about the detox box. So I like the detox box. I've subscribed to 2 of the boxes now, and then I was sent one of them. Last month, if you remember, was the Dr. Alkaitis, which I actually really enjoyed. I haven't talked about them again because honestly, I haven't talked about anything. I've like had no time, and I've been sick and out of town and whatever. But I did subscribe to this really quickly before I left town. It actually showed up the day that we were leaving, which was nice because I wanted to bring it with me. So it came with the Bulgarian rose water. This is the 1 ounce size. This is valued at $15. And then it came with the Epi Peel, which this is valued at $80, and this is the full size. So this is sort of like a toothpaste-like consistency, like clay, peppermint, sort of like exfoliator. My nose is not working that well. But I went back and forth on this. I was like, I don't really need another mask, do I? Like, I've never tried anything Tammy Fender. What if I don't like it? But then I read a couple of reviews, a couple of really glowing reviews, and I was like, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to, you know, try something new. The detox box is $50, so it is one of the more expensive. It's definitely the most expensive monthly box. Boxwalla is $50, but it's every other month instead of every month. So it's the most expensive, I guess, aside from like the Organic Bunny box, which I don't subscribe to. But it's the most expensive monthly box. But I think the value every month is supposed to be over $90. This one is $95 because this is $80 and $15. It's one brand, and it's multiple products from the same brand. So it's sort of like Pearlesque, but it's more expensive. I also have Pearlesque to talk about in a little bit. I have a lot to talk about in this video, like I said. But I did really like this. I used this 3 times while I was on my trip, and actually these 2 sort of like saved my skin from the normal travel terribleness that my skin usually gets. Like, my skin got terrible after we traveled, but during travel, My skin actually looked pretty good because of these two. It was nicely exfoliated because of the Unveil, and it was also nicely exfoliated because of the Epi Peel. And this isn't too harsh. It's very quick. You rub it on with damp fingers, and then you let it dry, and then you remove it with like a warm washcloth. And it feels really nice. It works really well. I actually really like that box, so I think it'll be available through the end of the month, unless they sell out, which I don't think they sold out of the Dr. Alkaitis box, but I know they sold out of the Josh Rosenbrook and the Otis Ate box before that. But I'm excited to see. I sort of like I haven't canceled my subscription. It's like ongoing, so I'm excited to see what the detox box, brings over the next couple of months. See how that goes. Maybe try some brands that I haven't tried before. I like that they're sort of doing, at least the last two boxes, I like that they've done brands that don't get featured a lot, like the Tammy Fender or the Dr. Alkaitis, because, I love the brands that get featured a lot, but sometimes I want to discover new stuff too. So that was my sort of like mini flash review of the detox box. I would recommend it. I really enjoyed it. I've used it once since I've been home as well. I actually used it last night. It's sort of like one of the things that I've done to sort of help my skin sort of like recoup. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I've used it 4 times now. It's nice. I really like it. So since we're talking about masks, I'll talk about one that actually should have launched by the time I post this video. I'm going to post this on Thursday, which I think is the 25th. I think this is launching on the 22nd. This is the Unmask Deep Detox Hydration Mask by Natural Logic. So this is such a unique, like jelly-like mask, but it's hydrating and detoxifying. I can read you guys the ingredients. I did not have the ingredients when I did this as sort of like a demo when I did my Get Ready With Me a couple of weeks ago. It's aloe vera, geranium distillate, vegetable glycerin, AHA complex, which is cane sugar extract, orange peel extract, lemon peel, maple sugar, bilberry and cranberry, activated charcoal, niacinamide, castor bean oil, hemp seed oil, xanthan gum, MSM, honeysuckle extract, chamomile extract, willow bark extract, allantoin, I don't know how to pronounce that, radish root ferment, filtrate, zeolites, calendula extract, rosemary oil extract, bergamot oil, orange oil peel, clove bud oil, lemongrass oil, jasmine, sambac absolute. So it's got amazing ingredients. It's vegan. It works really well at hydrating and detoxifying. It's definitely one that I'll be using this week to sort of like combat what the hell is going on with my face. So yeah, I really love this. I wanted to alert you guys too that it will be available for purchase. It should be, because I think it's launching on Monday. But yeah, I wanted to alert you guys to that. Another recent release is the Mahalo Circadian Balance. I just have the tiny half size that came in the Winter Grace collection, which I was working on a video on before I had to quickly leave town. Hopefully I'll still be able to get that up, but I don't know how good it was. But this is available in the full size now, but it's limited because the ingredient is, they didn't get as much of the ingredient as they were expecting, because one of the growers had a problem with their, I feel like it was a fire or something in one of their farms. I read about it, and then it's like everything goes out of my mind like the minute I read it these days. So I'll leave the link down for that below as well, but I really, really love this. I'm actually going to do this right now because Oliver is stressing me out. This is like one of the things I can still smell through my nose problems. So yeah, that's available now as well. So let's talk about one more other launch. So Modern Minerals and I have fully released my eyeshadow, Hopeful. For up until now, it was a gift with purchase, and then it was available in my holiday collection. But now it is available individually, permanently on the website. I will link that down below. And then I also have a giveaway for the holiday kit that we put together over on my Instagram right now. So this is the one that you guys will be winning. Oliver's pulling out the filling from it. So yeah, go over to my Instagram, and if you are interested in winning the little kit, the holiday kit that we put together that includes my shade plus a couple of other really amazing shades for all year round, go enter that. Trying not to harp on anything for too much longer than I have to, because this video is already 25 minutes long. So let's talk about the Beauty Heroes Wellness Discovery. I have not tried this Wellness Discovery yet because it came here when I was out of town. It actually got sent to us pretty late. I think they had like a inventory issue or something, is what Jeannie was saying. And I've been sick, so I haven't really wanted to try any of this stuff while I've been sick. So this is the Anima Mundi Wellness Discovery. It's got 4 full-size products. Oliver is ripping it. Oh my god. I better show you the box before he completely destroys it. So here is the Anima Mundi Wellness Discovery. So it comes with 4 full-size products. Everything in here is completely vegan. I think it's all organic as well. So we'll start with the first thing. We've got the organic coconut cream powder, which is just 100% coconut meat powder, which I think you can use as like a creamer. It says makes an excellent addition to coffee, matcha, chai, smoothies, juices, and beyond. So yeah, I've seen people put that in their coffee, and there's like, there's also a couple of recipes in here for a couple of things. There's a turmeric tonic and then a beauty and euphoric tonic. I can't see if I'm showing you. So yeah, I think they're in both. It's in both of those recipes. There's also the mangosteen hibiscus beauty tonic, which is a powder, which just has, I'm pretty sure, hibiscus and mangosteen. Yeah, mangosteen peel and hibiscus flower. And then there's also the Kuram turmeric. This is the anti-inflammatory, anti-aging beauty elixir. So this is, I will tell you once I find the ingredients. Turmeric root, camu peel, organic amala peel, mangosteen peel, tulsi leaf, black pepper, ylang ylang, and orange or lemon peel. Then the last thing in here is, here, you want this? No, he wants that. The Euphoria Spirit Elixir. This has hibiscus extract, calibo bark extract, domina leaf extract. I don't know what any of these things are. So I'm going to leave this linked down below in case he's destroying it. In case you're interested in trying out the Wellness Discovery. This is the first time Beauty Heroes is doing a Wellness Discovery, and I'm actually excited about this. I was hoping it wouldn't be something like collagen powders or things that I can't use, but these are all vegan, so I can use all of these things. And I'm actually very, very excited to give a couple of those, give those 2 recipes a try. And once I'm unsick, and like in the throes of recovering my face, hopefully these will help. Hopefully they'll help. So yeah, if you're interested in the Wellness Discovery, I will leave that linked down below. So then before I continue on, because I think I've got like 5 or so more things that I want to talk about, I'm going to rinse this mask off and then put on the second mask. So now that I've removed that, my skin does feel pretty soft. I think it looks pretty good. So I think in terms of what the baby face is going for, it is very, very similar to the Unmask. I am quite partial to the Unmask, and I also think the Unmask works better at detoxifying. I don't know, I mean, my skin looks pretty good, I would say, but I like the way my skin looks and feels better when I use the Unmask. I do feel like my skin is a little bit dry. And when I remove the Unmask, my skin is never dry. It's very, very hydrated when I use this. So in terms of which one do I prefer, I definitely prefer the Unmask. I don't know the price point of the Unmask just yet. I will know tomorrow, so I'll be able to put it into this video once it's released. But I think the price of this one is in the 30s, and I don't know what the price of this one is yet, but I also have a coupon code that will save you 15% at Natural Logic, which should help if it's a little bit more than in the 30s, but I definitely would prefer this one over this one. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but I think if you're on a budget, and this one is pretty expensive, maybe try this one, but honestly, I like the Unmask a lot better. So anyway, now we're going to do the second mask, the Thirst Quencher, which I guess since my skin is feeling a little bit dry from this, even though this has hyaluronic acid in it, which it shouldn't feel dry, let's put on the Thirst Quencher and see if this helps with that. So this one is supposed to hydrate, plump, and smooth, and it contains blue tansy and hyaluronic acid, and it's like a... I can sort of smell the hyaluronic, or the blue tansy, but my nose is so stuffy, it's really hard to smell anything. So I'm just going to put this all over with the mask brush. And then it says leave it on the same amount of time, 15 to 20 minutes. So by the time I'm done talking about everything, I'll be ready to wash it off and give you my whole thoughts on the mask, or the masks. So there's that. It does burn around my nose a little bit because my nose is like so raw from all the sneezing and the, oh, it kind of burns a lot actually. Nose blowing and everything. Okay, so before we move on, I wanted to sneak a couple of subscription boxes. So since we were talking about Beauty Heroes, there are going to be 2 Beauty Heroes boxes coming in February. They're both from the same brand. So we have the Actual Discovery, which I think is this one, which I have not, again, tried yet because I got it when I was out of town and I haven't been able to try anything new since I've been sick and whatever. Hopefully I'll be able to try it a couple of times at least before it gets launched. What is today, the 21st? So I have 10 days. And then there's a Makeup Discovery from the same brand. So, who do you think it is? I want to know what you guys think. So it's a skincare discovery and a makeup discovery from the same brand. So what do you think? And then we've got Art of Organics, which actually showed up on my doorstep today. I love that sometimes I get mail on Sundays. It's so unexpected. And I'm going to peek you guys this because Art of Organics did show it on their page, and it's pretty foxy. Foxy. What do you think? There are 3 products in here. They're all brand new, and I think one is exclusive to, yeah, one is an Art of Organics exclusive collaboration. One is just a new product, and then 2 are just new products in general. So one I think has been released already and one I don't think has. So it's all new products, and unfortunately I can't smell any of them. I opened them all to smell them and I can't. My nose is so stuffed up I cannot smell any of these things, so I can't even tell you. I'm excited, but I can't smell any of them. So that's what's coming, Beauty Heroes and Art of Organics. So a couple of boxes that I can talk about. Pearlesque. Let's talk about the February Pearlesque box. Pearlesque box is just killing it so far this year already. January we saw Hanua, which was the brand new mask release, as well as the Aloha Youth Serum, which are 2 fabulous products. I love the Aloha Youth Serum. I love that mask. And we're seeing 2 products again, 2 full-size products from Luxe Botanics. This is a new to me brand. I did get to meet them when I went to New York last year. They were at the Beauty Heroes event that Beauty Heroes threw right before the IBE, so I did get to meet them. And there's 2 different products in here. There's the Camu Brightening Serum and then the Camu Brightening Mist. And the mist is actually a Nordstrom exclusive, so you can buy it through Nordstrom, but you can't buy it on their website. So you can either get it from Nordstrom's or you can get it in the Pearlesque box. So the price of the Pearlesque box this month is $117. Well, the retail value of it is $117. The serum, the serum is $85 and the mist is $32. So I'm actually really excited about using these, especially because my skin has been super dull, especially with everything that's been going on. And so yeah, the Pearlesque box is $39.95, I believe, and I do have a 15% off code if you've never subscribed before and you want to. So I will leave all that linked down below. But yeah, I'm really excited about the Pearlesque box. I'm excited to see what they, bring out the rest of this year. They've been sort of killing it already. So yeah, I haven't tried either of those things again because my skin has just been so out of whack. I haven't tried anything new. I will try to try them before the end of the month, so that way I can give you sort of my initial thoughts, because I think the last day you could subscribe is February 4th. So if you've been interested in Luxe Botanics, definitely it's a good box to check out because the value is pretty good. And then also, a reminder for Boxwalla, the subscription ends on the 25th, which I actually think is the day that I'm posting this video. But if you have not subscribed to Boxwalla and you want to, there are 2 full-size products in the February Boxwalla box. There is a full size of the Moon Aknari serum, which is my very first Green Beauty luxury purchase, and it's still one of my favorite serums of all time. I love that. And then we get another Amli mist. We get the Beauty Sleep Mist. We got the Radiance Boost Mist last year. And then there's also the Digital Detox, which I don't know if we'll see maybe next year then, but we'll see the Beauty Sleep this year. So this month's box is all sort of about sleep and brightening and, you know, good things for your face. So I will leave that link down below if you have not subscribed and you want to. But I'm really, really excited about it. I love Boxwalla. I mean, you guys know. I mean, I love all my subscription boxes that I work with. They're all just fantastic. And I think Pearlesque is probably like the most underrated, I think. I don't know why, because they do such great boxes. So definitely check out Pearlesque if you haven't yet. And Boxwalla and Art of Organics, and I got all my subscription boxes in one video. Okay, so I did want to mention a couple of Camu related things, since the Camu was sort of being featured in the Pearlesque box, and it also showed up in, I think, one of the elixirs in the my brain is like stopped functioning now, in the Beauty Heroes Wellness Discovery. So I'm gonna do an Instagram post once I've tried one of these masks, because I haven't tried I haven't tried the newest one yet. But I wanted to talk about Camu as sort of like a skincare ingredient, because it's really, really great for brightening, and it's in a couple of really great masks. So I first tried it in the Laurel Brighten Face Mask that came in one of the Art of Organics boxes last year. I really like this face mask. It really is good for brightening. It's a really great brightening mask, and it's very, very potent. But then I also tried it in the H is for Love Propolis mask. I did buy a full size of this after trying it in the Boxwalla box. It's so good. I love this mask. I like this more than the Laurel one, only because this one does more. So this one brightens, it like heals, it regenerates, it detoxifies. I love that it comes in a 4-ounce container. The Laurel one is 50 ml versus 120 ml. It's also like half the price, I think, or third of the price. Not really sure. But then I also saw one. He closed the viewfinder. I also saw one from the Granola Goat that just got launched. It's a limited edition, so I don't know how long it's going to be available for, but if you're looking for an affordable way to try Camu, Seize the Day by Granola Goat is now available. So this one has only a few ingredients, and it's $19, but it's 2 ounce, so it's 2 ounces. I think it's roughly the same size as the Laurel, maybe it's a little bit more than the Laurel. So there's Camu powder, quinoa, lucima powder, kaolin clay, and then Palo Santo. So I haven't tried this one yet because it just came in the mail, and again, I've been sick. how many times can I say that? But once I do try this, I do want to do a sort of like Camu post on my Instagram feed. So yeah, I wanted to sort of like give you guys that as an option that's available if you're looking for, you know, if you want to try Camu, you've heard about it. It's a really great vitamin C. It's super potent and brightening, and I think it's like a really great skincare ingredient. So if you've been wanting to try it, but you know you can't afford the propolis or the I took something away from him. I took something away from him. Or the Laurel, definitely check out the Seize the Day, but I'll give you guys a review on that once I've tried it. So, I think that's everything product-wise that I wanted to talk about. So, I did want to sort of talk about social media again. I know I talk about this a lot. But what I've seen recently, and I guess this has affected quite a large number of people, is the new YouTube demonetization of smaller channels. I have a few thoughts on this, and I'm not one of these channels that's been affected by this, and I didn't even know about it until, I think, a smaller channel. And I've been reading a couple articles, and I've seen some people's comments, and I guess here are my thoughts. I started YouTube for an entirely different reason than I think people start YouTube for now. I feel like now people start YouTube to make money. Like they see that that's been something that's, you know, worked for people, or they want to do the same thing themselves. I didn't start it for that reason. I didn't have any intention of ever making money from YouTube. I got on here because I wanted to make friends with people. I wanted to, you know, try new things. I wanted to talk about stuff that I was passionate about and that I was interested in, and if, you know, other opportunities came along in like later on down the road, then I would be open to them, but I never went into this expecting anything. And I've talked about this quite a few times, and I've, you know, sort of gotten in trouble for it, I guess, because I have opinions that are different from a lot of people's, especially people, a few people especially. It's sort of why I was bullied a couple of years ago. You know, and I haven't talked about this a ton, but it really was the reason why I was bullied a couple of years ago by a couple of bloggers specifically who didn't like that I had an opinion about expectations and people starting channels or blogs or whatever with the expectation to be sent free things, because I found that I just find that really wrong. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of people who put the work into, blogs and whatever, and they just sort of expect things. And, that's an unpopular opinion, especially with people who start blogs because they want, to get free things. And honestly, here's the thing is, I think I don't have a bad feeling about, YouTube demonetizing smaller channels or whatever, because honestly, if your channel is small enough that it's being demonetized, you're not making any money anyway. I didn't put ads on my channel, like I didn't turn ads on myself until I had been a channel for a year. So I didn't make any money for the first year. So the first whole year, I didn't have ads turned on, so I didn't make a single dime, in that whole time. I also don't think I received any product PR during that time either, because my channel was very small. So then for whatever reason, I decided to turn ads on. I think it was like July of 2016. So it was after my channel had, maybe it was 2015. I don't really remember. I keep getting interrupted. But, so yeah, so I turned my ads on. I think it might have been July of 2015. And then I don't even think I made any money, because I think the Google threshold is like $100. So you don't even get paid until you've made at least $100. I don't think I even hit that threshold until after a year after I turned my ads on. So these smaller channels anyway aren't making any money. They're only making, $1 a month or, $2 or whatever. It's not a significant amount of money. But I guess here's the thing is I've seen people say things like they're terrified that they're being demonetized and all of these things. You shouldn't be terrified, because if you're starting a YouTube channel and you're expecting it to be like your only source of income, I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, if you get to that point where that becomes possible, then like that's amazing and good for you. I will never get to that point because I need my full-time job, because I need our health insurance. YouTube will never be my job. Blogging will never be my job. It sort of is just like, it's my side hobby. It's my passion project. It's what I love to do in my free time, when I have free time, which I don't have a lot of these days. And here's where I think the real issue is, I guess. And I think it's that people don't start blogs or channels anymore because it's like a passion for them. They do it because they see it as an opportunity. And I have a real problem with that, I guess, because I'm not an opportunist. I'm not constantly looking for ways to like make the most out of stuff or like, buck the system or whatever. I don't do things like that. And there are a lot of people that I see that do. And I think that if you're a small channel and you're being demonetized, but you're actually doing this for the right reasons, like you're passionate about it, you actually, like, this is enjoyable for you, then, eventually with enough work and enough time, your channel will get monetized again. And the whole sub for something, I don't think, it's sort of like how I feel about buying followers on Instagram. It's not a legitimate following. Like, you need engagement. You need these people to actually be watching your videos. If 1,000 people sub to your videos but don't watch them, what's the point of your subscriber count? It's how I feel with, people buying Instagram followers. If you buy 3,000 followers just to get to the 10,000, Instagram limit, now that you can use the swipe up feature in stories, but these people aren't actually engaging with you, what was the point of buying all those followers? I saw that happen recently. Somebody, after I had made my rant about buying followers in one of my previous videos, the person that I actually was ranting about, I'll never name names unless you want to email me. I'll be happy to tell you. That person actually then went on to buy another 3,000 followers just to get the swipe up feature, but has since lost, those a couple hundred followers, is now below the $10,000 or the 10,000 follower point again. So it's like, what's the point? If you're not being genuine and you're not doing these things for the right reasons, I think that stuff shows. So yeah, so all I gotta say is if your channels are being demonetized and you're doing these for the right reasons, like, don't lose faith, I guess. Don't stop. Keep making videos, keep doing what you love doing, and just know that eventually, if you keep doing what you love and you show your passion, you'll get it back again. I know Tashina from Logical Harmony did a video about helping other YouTubers, and if that's something that you want to look into, definitely check out her channel. You could submit a video, and I think she will do like an intro for it or something. But like honestly, I think that there's too many people doing it for the wrong reasons, and I think maybe that's what YouTube is trying to curb a little bit. Yeah, hi. I think maybe that's what YouTube is trying to curb a little bit, to like, I don't know. I have an issue. Hi. 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 Anyway, I think that's what it all boils down to, is just be genuine, just be yourself, just do it because you love it, not because you're looking for it to become your full-time job or to get free stuff, because honestly I think those were the wrong reasons to get into stuff like this. And I think that there is so much of that going around now that it just sort of makes blogging less enjoyable, because you're now competing with so many other people. I mean, it's never supposed to be a competition, but honestly, when there are so many bloggers, it ends up becoming a competition, because it's like you're trying to get engagement when there's like 1,000 other people doing the exact same thing that you do, and then you feel left out when, you know, you get excluded from stuff. I mean, I could go on about this for a long time, but honestly, I'm tired, my battery's dying, I'm gonna wash off this mask, and then come back and just tell you my final thoughts, and then I'm gonna have to go. Okay, so I've removed that second mask. Honestly, I feel like what those two masks together, you'll get the same effect from the unmask, and actually it'll probably feel better. I like the unmask, I think, better than I like those two masks. So all I'm gonna do now, after trying to stop Oliver from touching all of my things, I'm not gonna show this on camera because my battery's dying, like I said. I'm gonna do my Dragon's Blood Serum, and then I'm gonna mix the Tigress from Earthwise Beauty and Fairyzode's Veil. She talked about doing this for acne and hyperpigmentation on a recent post, and I'm gonna try it because I'm not putting on makeup today, so I'm not gonna worry about what's going on top of it. It'll also act as sunscreen, even though it's like getting dark outside. I don't need sunscreen. So Oliver's trying to say goodbye. He's like, get off the camera, Mom. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So I know some of what I said is not popular opinion, and you know, not everybody's gonna have popular opinion. But I hope that people don't take that as me attacking anybody or being mean or malicious or anything. I'm not. It's coming from a good place. I want things to be more genuine. I want things to be more real, and I don't think that they are. I think there's so many non-genuine people I wish I could tell you about, because I hate that the community is just, it's gotten to be so much about like who's got the best Instagram feed or who has the best opportunity, and it's like, I just want people to do this because they love doing it, not because, you know, is it paying a lot? Can they make it a full-time job? Whatever. So anyway, I gotta go. I think he unfocused the camera for a little bit. So we're gonna go. So say bye. Can you say bye? He's waving. Can you say bye? Can you lift your hands? Can you say bye? Bye. Do it. Bye. Bye. He'll wave for bye, and he says hi, and he's rolling his, let's see if I can show you. He's rolling, 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 rolling. That's his newest favorite thing. Okay, can you say bye? Can you say bye? Bye. There we go. There's the waves. So we say hi, we can wave bye, we roll. That's what we do right now. So I'll see you guys whenever I see you. I have no idea when. Bye.